Well, good morning, my Aquarians. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let's do your reading. Why not? I know there is a bonus read because I am going to still draw a name for this. I was so wiped out yesterday. It's still happening. It's still happening. Yeah, it's happening. That's all I have to say. Aquarius is just like, she's got bad time management skills. And you would be correct. You would absolutely be correct. Anyway, Aquarius, I'm going to do something a little bit. I'm going to add something new to these readings this week. I had a calling to pull some of these cards. Yeah, what do you call them? I can't even speak. What the heck is it called? You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. It is the wisdom of the oracle cards. That's it. Gosh, my brain isn't working. I swear I heard somebody say, when is it working? Okay, but no, I wanted to pull, but I didn't want to waste your time in shuffling. But this higher power card kept coming out, and I would put it back in, and it kept coming out, and I put it back in. And finally, the last time when it came out, so directly at the bottom of the deck was all that glitters is not gold, which is ironic because they are truly the opposite of each other. The higher power is now it's time to put your focus in things that matter. And first of all, spirit, God, source, whatever you believe in is your higher power, because really that's the pilot in your life. You're just the co-pilot. So it's time to put the energy into that, and that energy will be put back into you. And it's like all things, you will succeed when you have a higher power at your side. But this is also about putting your energy into things that are not fake. That's why I'm like, that is interesting. This was at the bottom of the deck, all that glitters. This is about putting your energy into anger, old ways, people that don't show up for you, people who wear a mask. And I'm looking at the numbers. There's 4 and 16, and 4 is the square root of 16. So maybe it's time to get to the root of things in your life, and that's really where happiness is. We do have the star in the main deck. We have the devil reverse on the clarifying deck. That is a pretty big read, just these cards. I feel like with the higher power, this is an Aquarius, and that is your card, ironically. You've let go of something that probably once was really stressing you out. 9 of Swords, which is Gemini energy, but you let it go. You just let it go and just throw your hands up. And maybe you're giving it to God at this time and saying, you know what, wherever you need to take me, take me. It will lead to wish fulfillment, because wherever you are is where you belong. Where you don't belong is what you're leaving behind. This is, wow, we have the 7 of Cups and the devil reverse. So yeah, I think it's breaking old toxic ways, maybe breaking old toxic relationships. It's really purging what does not belong in your life at this time. All right, Aquarius, thank you for that little TED Talk. Let's get going. General reading for my Aquarians. And as like I did this past week, the top three signs with the highest views, I'm going to do a bonus read. Hopefully I can get them done like on Friday and Saturday this week. All right. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you are an Aquarius, know an Aquarius, feel like being Aquarius. Well, Aquarius, I am so glad you're here. So, all right. General energy for my Aquarians. 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 The Ace of Cups. I always think of that, even though it's a water sign, I always think of Ace of Cups as you guys always have. It's pink. And the higher power, I don't know, I always think pink and fluffy with Aquarius. Sweet and loving. Yeah, Ace of Cups. That's ultimate healing. That is like, I don't have to wait for somebody to give me a cup. I can find my own cup. I can heal myself. But it definitely could be new love, no doubt. It's just a new beginning with love, in love. And not like in love always in a relationship, but in love, like all my decisions are going to come from love, from good intentions. And that's all I'm taking at this time. What's influencing the Ace of Cups? What's influencing the Ace of Cups? What's influencing the Ace of Cups? Then there it is. Yeah, I think you're giving this up. Honestly, 9 of Swords. It's like a choice. Look at between light and dark. Just like the devil reverse is wrapped around this 9 of Swords, causing you strain, causing you causing you stress. And then you're deciding to maybe taking Spirit's cups. Maybe some of you are more spiritual at this time. You're just tapped in more at this time. But I just feel like that Nine of Swords is almost there. It's like I'm just really done with being done. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of dealing with other people's problems and they become mine. Okay, it just feels like you're throwing your hands up on this. What's the reason for the reading? For my Aquarians, why are we all here today, kids? What's the reason for the reading? The Fool reverse, your card reverse. You maybe been reversed in life. Maybe you set your sights on a certain path. You could be 30, 32, 43, 53 and say, I thought I'd be further along by now. I thought I'd be happier by now. Why can't I even feel happiness? Why can't I feel contentment? And this is fear. The Fool reverse is fear. It could be fear instilled by you from other people's feelings. It could be you fearing to let people down and you don't completely put your best foot forward in life. Because maybe there's all kinds for different people, but I just feel like this is what you're tired of, holding yourself back. And I feel like an Aquarius is just going to grab that cup and run with it. And some of you, it is new love, but I actually think it's bigger than that. I just think it's a bigger story than just a simple relationship. It's a relationship with yourself is what this is. What's in the past for Aquarius? What's in the past? What's in the past? And the Judgment. Yes, you're waking up. You're waking up in your life. You're waking up. Again, look at the Spirit. Spirit's all over this for whoever this is for. If you're watching this, there's a chance it's probably for you. Either small or big. Not an entire reading has to fit to be important in somebody's life and going forward. It could just be 30 seconds, 5 seconds. Whatever just has you like, oh, yeah, I am tired of that. I am tired of stressing out over money or other people's problems or a job I don't want to go to or a relationship I can't be in anymore or a relationship I haven't had yet, you know? It's just all these things that are out of your control. We have 2 major arcana and then somebody worried about trying to control something that's out of your control because our major arcana are out of our control, right? And I really feel like this Ace of Cups is giving it to God. Giving it over to fate. Even if I highly doubt there can be atheists watching tarot. It's usually more of a spiritual thing, but I really think it's just giving it over to fate. Okay, I got that. You know, that just popped in my head, that Jesus Take the Wheel song. And I know not everyone's Christian, but I love that song. I haven't heard that in a long time. What is on Aquarius's mind? What is on Aquarius's mind? Ooh, we got something. Yeah. Guys, if you've watched me, you know I always pull Judgment and World together. They're both upright or they're both reversed. Aquarius, it's a new day for you. It's a new way. It's a new day. It's really like you're truly meeting yourself for the first time. And when you grab this cup, that maybe you felt like you had to earn this cup. You had to get to a certain level of education or certain money in your bank to be able to earn this right of happiness. No, it comes from within first and foremost. There's billionaires that aren't happy. You know, they're just not happy. And when you're in this energy, you appreciate the tiniest things to the biggest things. And because you're appreciating, then God, Spirit, the universe will start throwing more of that your way. It's just a new way it's vibrating at a higher level. It's pure. It's like pure love here. And Judgment is, I just can't do this Nine of Swords anymore. Even though the Nine of Swords is in between that and the Ace of Cups, you know, what do they say? The quickest route to is through. I just feel like you're waking up into your life. All right. Okay, King of Swords, there you are. And Tarot's like, let me help you out. You're taking too long. There you are, near future. That's an amazing read. It's an amazing read. This King of Swords is setting up strong boundaries. It's getting clear. Most and foremost, Aquarius, you're getting clear on what you want, maybe who you want, where you want to be, what you want in life. And most and also important is you're no longer allowing people to treat you a certain kind of way. Whatever this Devil reverse is that you dropped recently or you're trying to drop, it could even be your own addictions or toxic ways. This is just embracing making your decisions out of love. And therefore, I think that's exactly what you're going to get more of is love. So this will be new relationships, both love and in friendships. It's really just a new beginning in your life. As I say that, look at that. The Lovers at the bottom of the deck and a 7 of Wands reverse and the Hermit reverse and the King of Pentacles. Wow. This is crazy because I feel like this comes in rather quickly. This is the energy coming and really under like the undercurrent of this reading. We have the Lovers, and I feel like that's new. If it's not new, it might be something that you thought wasn't going to happen in this life. Maybe you're an Aquarius just thinking, well, maybe that great big love isn't meant for me. And it's like as soon as you embrace fate and throw it up to God or to the universe and spirit, look what comes in. 7 of Wands reverse. I feel like your energy may have been putting this off. You know, it's like no longer fighting and trying to defend and trying to obtain something. It's like you literally throw your hands up. Hermit reverse. Your energy comes out to play in other people's sandboxes. And here we have a King of Pentacles and a Lovers. That's pretty crazy. Some of you could know this person. It could be a new energy, but either way, it is upright. It is upright. It's honest. It's loyal. It's loving and stable. It's very stable. All right, let's see what's going on here. What is this Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords for Aquarius? Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords. And this really feels like being too much in your head space opposed to your heart space. And the heart space is really where it's at. It's just really, I feel like it's just worrying about things that are out of your control. Things, maybe you deal with anxiety. You might deal with depression in the past, deal with broken relationships, things that need to be fixed. And this is Aquarius just saying, you know what? I'm only going to live for today right now. And I can only change the things. What is that prayer? Change the things that you can change and accept the things you cannot. Okay, what is this Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords for Aquarius? Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords. That feels good. Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Ace of Cups and the 9 of Swords. And the Hangman. That's funny. The Hangman, if you look at the bottom of the main deck, when I put it down Pisces, it's the Hangman reverse. It's enlightenment. And guess what we have? We have the Hangman here. This is you pulling yourself away from situations that are really toxic for you, that just don't bring you any, it's false, it's fool's gold. It's the things you've been dealing in, things that don't bring ultimate happiness. They might bring momentarily happiness, but longer term problems. So it's like, it's almost like a one night stand, you know? That's probably a horrible analogy, but it's almost like a one night stand that turns into a pregnancy. It's kind of like, yeah, it felt good in the moment, but now you have a lifetime of taking care of that moment. I don't know why, I have no idea where that came from, but yeah, the Hangman is, I feel like you pulling yourself away and saying, you know what? I need to take the wheel here. I need to take the wheel on my life because I've been given my power to everybody who wears these fake ass masks all around me. They can't be true to themselves. How do you expect them to be true with you? These people don't even know what truth is to themselves. They're worried about their ego. They're worried about accumulating more and more and more. And Aquarius, if this is even about work, it's you working to make maybe a boss happy, but at your expense. Or you're working your fingers to the bone, but you don't have much to show for it. Or relationships. I mean, I just feel like it's an overhaul in life here. And this is an Aquarius. Maybe you've been tied to this, being stuck in these situations, wondering how am I going to get out of it? Because I don't even know what happiness feels like anymore. And in anything that comes, it seems to be fleeting. You know, it's how do I keep that in my life longer? Okay, what is the Fool reverse? Reason for the reading. What is the Fool reverse? The reason for the reading. The Fool reverse. The reason for the reading. And we have the 9 of... Oh, that's awesome. We have the 9... Sorry, it's in Italian. 9 of Swords reverse. Look at that. Up here, center of the reading, 9 of Swords upright. This is an Aquarius giving... It's really letting fate take control. Fool reverse, 9 of Swords reverse. I can't control that relationship I've wanted for the last 9 months, and this person is not giving me. I mean, you can even see that clearly in this reading. As somebody's up in their head and stressed out because there's only one cup they want. And full reverse is somebody not really feeling pressured about giving you that cup. But yet you're the one stressed out about it. So is that cup really worthy to have? What's really in that cup, and who else is getting that cup? And why isn't that person, if this is your reading, why isn't that person just giving you the cup? I mean, do they feel like you're not worth it? Well, why do you want to be with someone that would think that? Or if they're with somebody else and they're not picking you, why would you want somebody like that? You want somebody that would fight for you, that would chase you to the ends of the earth, and who would be there for you, not for one night, but for a lifetime, right? So I feel like either way, if that's just the one storyline that's going on in your life, or if there's that and multiple things, this is an Aquarius getting in their skin again. Upright control, wielding that sword and saying, you know what? If you don't come right, don't come at all. And if you're all about the fake, I'm only dealing in real these days. You don't want people putting their fake foot forward, but their real foot forward, you know? So yeah, this is kind of like you're now putting those problems that you carried for other people back to them. It's kind of like a ping pong or tennis. You're throwing it back in their court and saying, you know what? I need to sleep because I haven't been living my best life. I don't even know anymore if these are my fears, your fears, their fears, your fears. You know, it's too much. And this is about you getting really clear on what you want, where you need to go, and cutting the bullshit out. What is the judgment in the past? What's the judgment in the past for Aquarius? What's the judgment in the past here? Yeah, and we have the Knight of Wands. Passion. Aquarius is just like, I need the passion back in my life. The Knight of Wands, first and foremost, Sagittarius energy is passion to me. It's passion to go after your dreams, Aquarius. It's passion to go after that relationship. Go after a relationship that deserves you as much as you deserve it. Not these one-sided relationships, not these elusive relationships, not, you know, if this is a job, it's to go after, I mean, don't settle for less, okay? That's what I feel like. Maybe you've been settling in life because that's just how it's done. Very Hierophant, that's how it's done, you know? If you want this, you're just gonna have to wait 40 years because nobody cuts in line around here. No, this is about things, you know, sometimes magical things can just happen out of nowhere. This is about keeping that faith open, keeping the road. Oh, I've road to riches. I'm looking at the gold. There is a road to riches. There is a road to abundance. There is a road to happiness. And it doesn't have to be a long winding road that goes throughout your whole lifetime. It's about opening yourself up to it and saying, you know what, I deserve this. And it can happen today. And that is just a very high frequency way of being. And sometimes that does happen. I mean, lottery winners, you know, there's just so many unexpected blessings that can happen when you accept that unexpected things can happen that are good, not just bad. What is the world on Aquarius's mind? What is the world? So here's waking up in the past, right? Judgment is about waking up to your life, to your soul again. It's re-meeting yourself. And the world is walking through that portal. And once you do, it's like the past closes up. So the past doesn't matter. So, you know, those people, Aquarius, that kind of remember 3,043 things that you did wrong to them, but they somehow can't remember anything you did right. Yeah, those people stay back when the door closes. You don't need that in your life. You don't need to be reminded of everything you did wrong or what you didn't do, especially if there's no balance there. Because usually those kind of people are the ones who usually kind of are the bloodsuckers in your life, and they just want to keep leeching on you, so they want to keep making you feel guilty. Those are the people you're leaving behind. And I just feel like it's a shitload of people like that. What is the world on Aquarius's mind? What is the world? Maybe you feel like you have the world on your shoulders these days. As I say that, look at that. We have the King of Wands reverse. King of Wands reverse, Leo energy, first and foremost, is somebody, and look at the devil. Some of you, this is just straight up player. Okay, this is a straight up person in your life that has addiction issues, that may have obsession issues. Maybe you feel chained to this and their problems. But again, this is leaving it behind. It's kind of like the stuff you're leaving behind. But honestly, and that could be your story. And what I really felt is a King of Wands reversed, first and foremost, is somebody who looks at other people's lives and craves that, who wants that for themselves. You might go on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram or whatever people use and say, why can't I be that successful? Why can't I look like that? Why can't I? And all the time, it's kind of like, is your mirror broken? Because if you look in the mirror, it's like you have an inverted version of yourself, right? You're still a King of Wands. Just because you're standing on your head looking at yourself doesn't make you any less of who you are. It's still you. And that's what a King of Wands reverse. This is somebody who doesn't see their own beauty, their own gifts, their own achievements. It's there's actually a syndrome. What is that called? I just was reading about this a couple months ago. Impostor syndrome. It's amazing. These are people who, no matter what they do in life that is good, they just see the worst about themselves. And yeah, that's kind of a King of Wands reverse. This is a guy who needs, and I said standing on the head. Look at the hangman. What is he doing? That is not funny. Maybe you do need to stand on your head and pull yourself away, because if you see in yourself like this of lacking, it's only because I feel like people are putting up a mirror upside down to you. And it's time to, if you have to stand on your head, pull yourself away, because who I'm reading for actually has it really going on. But you maybe been trained to not embrace the good things. We need to embrace the negative things because, well, we don't want to look like we're gloating because it might take the shine off other people. We don't want to talk about our successes because it might make these people feel bad, these fake ass people. So you've trained yourself to not embrace the good things you do. And it became your own addictions in a way of keeping yourself down so other people can feel big, and better. And this is about you saying, you know what? The only voice in my head I want to hear these days is my own. And what my voice is saying is it's time to take a chance on myself. It's time to explore new things. It's time to go for that job or go back to school or be on my own if you've been in a relationship that's been even abusive and toxic for you. It's time to do you in a big way, Aquarius, in the only way you can, in an honest form, in a very honest, pure form, because I just think you're done with the toxic bullshit. What is the King of Swords in the near future? I got to shuffle here. What is the King of Swords in the near future for Aquarius? What is the King of Swords in the near future? What's happening for my Aquarians? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We have the Three of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, the King of Swords gets real clear on people who don't belong in their inner circle. Three of Pentacles reverse. You can't work with me, you gotta go. This could be coworkers too. This could be family members. This could be relationships. It could be relationships where you're a third party or you find out your spouse is dealing with third parties. Either way, it's three's a crowd. Seriously, three's a crowd. And the King of Swords just gets really clear on what they want, and they cut out the things that they don't want and the people that don't belong there anymore. The fake people. Really, this isn't gold. It's fool's gold. All that glitters is not gold. And sometimes, like a King of Wands reverse, when you're looking, if you find yourself one of those people that look on social media and Instagram and these Instagram models, and you may have tried like hell to lose weight or to have this body, it's not real. Everything you see online it's really not real. You think people are going to put their worst foot forward? You think people, that's not true. Some people really do, and that's really uncomfortable. I know on Facebook, I've seen that where people put their whole marital problems and disputes out there. Yeah, you don't want to do that either. But for the most part, people put these fake lives with these vacations, and it's just. There's a story, if you forgive me for saying this, for not, taking your time up, but my first time I was ever at Disney World was 8 or 9 years ago. And my daughter was with me. We went into the bathroom and she was probably 13 at the time and, or 15, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But we were in the bathroom and there was a woman in there. so stressed because I'm telling you, Disney World's supposed to be the happiest place on earth, but I think it's like the most stressful place to be. It really is. Everything about it is stressful. So there's a woman in there. She just enters the park and she's screaming at her probably 6-year-old daughter to hurry up and to do this. We got to get in line. We got to go over here. And the girl is just taking her time. And the mom is just like, if you don't, I'm going to kill you. And the little girl's like, Mommy, please don't kill me. Honest to God, all this is playing out in the stall next to us, in between us. And as soon as we go, we had to see who these people are. And as soon as we pull out, this woman meets her husband and other son, and I don't even know, gerbils, hamsters. I don't know who they had, because there was a photographer, and then the photographer is like, oh, smile. Act like you want to be here. That's what the photographer is just telling people, because he probably sees that all day long, stressful people. And then I thought, I'm watching this. I'm telling you, I'm a creeper. I'm watching this from the background and they're smiling. I thought everybody on Facebook or Instagram, back then it was mostly Facebook, are going to think, wow, they're such a perfect family with no problems. And it was just a really eye-opening experience. That's kind of what's going on here. It's an eye-opening experience, Aquarius. It's an eye-opening experience of who you really look up to. Are they really worthy of being looked up to? Are you afraid to put yourself out there because seemingly these people who have it all together are doing it better? I don't think so, Aquarius. I think I'm probably speaking to somebody who should put their shit out there and not that kind of, but like if there's a book or about your music or your art or going for that promotion, don't hold yourself back because you don't think you're enough. Those days are over. Those days are over, Aquarius. We're in the age of Aquarius, for God's sake. It's time to believe anything can happen, because anything truly can happen. Higher power. This feels like an old paradigm. This is fake. This isn't real. This is an illusion. This is a mirage in the desert. This is what a lot of people live in. And this is Aquarius in judgment, waking up and saying, you know what? I'd rather have an ounce of happiness and reality than a shitload of fakeness for a lifetime. And that's just what I'm feeling today for your read. All right, what do we have to bottom the deck? We have the Knight of Cups. This is you embracing your authentic self. Knight of Cups is the dreamer, the poet, the essence of who you were when you're little, before life got in the way. This is you embracing that and saying, you know what? There are a lot of options out there, and I'm going to grab one of these cups. This is all about you. Today, you might feel like one cup, tomorrow another cup, but it's just a new way. Look at that, moon reverse. Clear, enlightenment, just like the hangman. We have the hangman reverse over here on the bottom of the other deck. Yeah. It's amazing. Okay. All right, Aquarius, I took up enough of your time. I always love seeing you guys. This was a longer reading than usual. This was a pretty big spiritual reading, I would say. But for whoever it is, it's kind of like embrace this energy, but you really have no choice because it's out of your control. And the more you try to stop it or control it and the devil almost wants to stop you from getting there, you're going to stay in this Nine of Swords. The universe has a way of making things so painful until you finally let it go, and brings in that Tower moment. So it's just let it go. Give it to God, and just do make your decisions in love, but really treat yourself in love. Stop telling yourself the negative things. Stop being a King of Wands reverse, Aquarius, and embrace your King of Swords and King of Wands, because this guy makes anything happen. Because this guy is his protector. It's kind of like dual personalities in oneself. You need this guy to come out to protect you from the bullshitters, so this guy can come out and give you a badass life that you deserve. All right, Aquarians, I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. I am going to get this bonus reading, I promise. I am amazed I went through all the years of college, and I did, because I would have failed kindergarten today, because cutting all these names out, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I wouldn't pass kindergarten today. I'm terrible with scissors. And that's what I'm doing. If you wonder what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting people's names out for my big bowl, the bullet name. But all right, Aquarians, I always love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And at some point, I'll probably see you again this week. Have a great day.